ain't able to put these guys on a bowl full of food and just leave it.
I think we're live. I don't know. Are we live?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It said live streaming started about 10 minutes ago.
That's just streaming to YouTube. That's not turning in the stream on YouTube.
Oh, well, see, the first ones went back to bed.
Yep. I wish I could do that. So, welcome to the Early Watch Reloaded. I'm Night Strike, and I got Tony again here with me today.
Well, yeah, I'm what makes it the early watch.
Yeah, what's going on, Tony?
Not much. Just sitting here watching puppies. Puppies.
Yeah, apparently Tony has a small number of puppers joining him today too. So that's interesting.
Yes, I have 4 Catahoula puppies here that are about 4 weeks old. Not quite.
All right. And this morning, pretty much, we're just gonna, just chat about a couple things like the after holiday wrap up. We might broach the stimulus topic, all that fun stuff. So gotta get this out of the way first. So, Tony, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas was exactly the same as any other day because we don't do our Christmas until the 1st, which, because of a major ice storm, we didn't do then. So it's coming this Friday, I think. Friday or Saturday.
All right, keep us posted.
Depending, of course, on the weather.
Keep us posted whether it was good or bad, okay?
Oh, it'll be fine, I'm sure.
All right. Mine wasn't too bad, family and whatnot. The only thing is, the New Year's stuff, I was basically stuck in bed, for 2 days during New Year because of my because of the whole food poisoning thing. Yeah, because I went and ate with family, and where we ate, I got food poisoning, and I don't know if you know, but food poisoning's awful, man. I never want to get that again.
Yeah, I've had food poisoning a bunch.
So there's that.
I really have a strong system, so the food poisoning is not as debilitating to me as it has on other people that I've saw.
Usually with me, it lasts a day or two, and that's it. But I haven't had food poisoning in like 20 years, so that helps.
I had a brother-in-law that was laid up for a friggin' week with it. He went to the hospital and... Would you shut up?
So as Tony deals with the puppers, he said he had a brother who was laid up for a week with food poisoning.
Yeah, he was in the hospital for a couple of days and then sick for 3 or 4 more days.
That's awful.
From frozen mushrooms from the grocery store.
Oh, I hear them again.
That's just one. The other 3 are still in the dog food bowl occupying each other. This is going to be a long day.
Running back and forth for those puppers. So, yeah. No, that's good. That's good. What else? So since this is the after holidays edition, did you see how the ATF walked back on the whole pistol brace thing?
Yes.
So comments are
skim the. Well, I really don't have a dog in that race.
right.
I mean, I
Right.
keep up with that stuff because I'm opposed to any gun control, but
Exactly. That's why you notice anything like this because whether you have a leg in the fight or not, yeah, it's the principle of them taking more shit away.
right. And I get those emails directly from the ATF because I'm on the list for every ATF or every ATF regional, whatever the hell they call them.
Guideline.
No, the offices. I get emails directly from every regional office every week.
Hmm.
It's quite a pain in the ass because they all say the same thing, so I'm getting duplicate emails basically, with just a different place on them.
Well, they got to spam your email some email inbox some way, right?
I I need to look into that second one I sent you on the explosives.
Hmm. Well, remember the ATF is the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives Bureau. That's what it is. It's technically the BATFE.
Yeah, but I was just curious if it was a backwards way to get rid of binary.
Probably is.
I have the email, but I never really think to go through it.
Well, when you get a chance, do that. You don't have to do it today, but one of these days, just flip through it. See
It's like
if
that other one. I opened it and read that they were, you know, taking back their recommendations or whatever the hell they called it. I'm like, okay, that's a start.
mm-hmm.
That don't mean they're not going to go ahead and do whatever the hell they want to do.
Anyways, yeah. And they just arbitrarily decide to do whatever they're gonna do anyways. So there you go. Oh.
The fact that those 20 or so senators or representatives, whatever the hell it was, contacted them and said, no.
90th.
How many?
90 congressmen. The 90 congressmen sent a letter to the ATF saying they shouldn't be making arbitrary arbitrary rules unless they're voted on by the House and the Senate.
Well, you know, the House and Senate are the ones who are supposed to make laws in this country. These fucking agencies shouldn't have that power.
Right. Agencies shouldn't be coming up with laws or determining, whatever loophole there is in the law. Their job is strictly just to enforce the law. That's, honestly, that's all they should be doing. And that's all I want them to do. Because the minute they decide they can make up law, yeah, you got a constitutional crisis on your hands. And I may sound overly dramatic on that, but it's true.
They've been doing that shit for years. One prime example, just look at the EPA.
Yep.
And all the laws that EPA and Department of Transportation puts on autos.
Which you don't have a right to autos. You only have a right to guns. Which makes it worse. Right?
No, I don't. really agree that you don't have a right to autos. You have a right to any fucking property you want to own. And you may not have the right, quote unquote, to drive that thing on public roads, but to own it,
Okay.
I mean, there you got to have bumpers on it, so it's if it hits somebody, it's less likely to do damage. Well, fuck, how about we teach these fuckers not to walk out in front of cars?
Oh, but where'd be the fun in that?
As far as cars go, my hugest pet peeve is people who don't fucking use their turn signal.
Really?
I'm like, it's fucking lever right there, man. Hand on the steering wheel, it's right at it. Click it one way or another. It ain't hard. And you can also consider it, maybe your dimmer switch on some vehicles, so you could use that too.
Right.
I swear to God that people have got sick on the turn signal day at driver's ed.
Just on driver's ed, not on anything else.
Like I said, the turn signal thing is my big pet peeve. That just pisses me off no end.
I'd swear it's just actually following the lights.
Well, that ain't.
You should see the driving in South Carolina. It's not great.
I have seen the driving in South Carolina. Ain't like I ain't ever been there.
Well, it's been a while.
Well, it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
And the puppies strike back.
Well, I had one here climbing my leg.
Uh-oh. They're climbing on Tony now. Watch out. So, all right. So I guess we'll just jump into this one. Yeah. So how about that stimulus?
I got mine the first and it's gone thanks to these puppies and the water bill.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was so helpful for that $600, right?
Well, in all fairness, I had the money already for the puppies and water bill, so I still have the $600. But I was just kind of making a point that it really don't go that far.
Right. No. That's it's an excellent point, and that's what I was getting at. They, and my point is not just that more money would help more people. It's just that you can't just pick an arbitrary number like 600 and expect that to work all across the nation when some parts of the country are more expensive to live in than others.
Well, I'll tell you straight up, I wish the fuck they wouldn't do any of it.
Yeah.
I do not want my grandkids saddled with this friggin' debt.
Well, they're already saddled with it, so unfortunately. Whether they do it now or do it later, they're saddled with that no matter what. There's no getting out of it. And we can argue that all day long if you'd like, but that's just the sad fact of it. No, I'm not being defeatist. I'm just being realistic. See, this is what happens when you get new pooches.
Well, these guys are young. I mean, Normally when you have weaned pups, they're somewhat independent.
This is why you don't get them new. You get them used.
Well, to be honest, I'd rather not have them that somebody else has already taught a bunch of bad habits.
Right. But yeah, I mean, as far as this whole stimulus thing is, I didn't get mine yet. I checked, but last time I got mine, it was via check. So if that's an indication, I'll probably get it sometime in the middle of this week or next week.
Normally, I would get mine when I got my disability, but for some reason, they dropped it to first.
Yeah, the majority of people got them on the first via direct deposit. I don't have direct deposit set up, so yeah, I'm waiting on the check.
Well, then why the hell would you check your bank account?
Uh, Hopeful. Sounds like one's climbing again.
She's up here on my lap whining.
They do that too. They do that too.
What they want is they want to be all together, but they don't remember how to get back into where the other dog's at. And now they've shut the door on the crate so they can't get in.
Uh-oh. It's no bueno. It's no bueno. You're going to have to send us a picture of those pups one of these days.
There's a picture of two of them on my Facebook.
Wait, you've got Facebook?
I got Facebook.
I didn't know you had a Facebook.
Shit, I'm one of the oldest members on Facebook. I was on it back when it was a college dorm thing. I didn't use it, but I was on it. That was back when I was testing for Microsoft.
Right. Let's see if I can get a picture of those pups. There we go. Let's crop that out. Because this is something to talk about, so I'm posting pictures so everyone knows what's going on. For anyone interested, these are the puppers that Tony is taking care of right now.
Yeah, they are full-blood Louisiana Catahoula leopard dogs.
Leopard dogs. How old are these guys? 4 weeks old?
Not quite. They'll be 4 weeks Wednesday.
Okay. All right. So that's what he's dealing with. He's dealing with a small pack of these guys.
Yeah,
Four
the
of
two that you're seeing right there are mine.
Yeah. These are yours.
Yes. But I have two more that are two of my daughters. Their mom stopped feeding them, and she started putting them out of the box, and she weaned it. And her mom had 10 of them, and my daughter she's very pregnant. She can't quite handle that many.
These guys?
Same two.
Same two?
Yeah.
Huh. So.
That picture's about a week old.
Right. I just figured I'd just, share it anyways, regardless.
It's all right. I put it on Facebook, so I don't care if it's shared or not.
Yep. Puppers.
They're actually beautiful dogs.
I'm not arguing that. I just, for anyone that's wondering what's yelping in the background, that's what's yelping in the background with Tony, because you got four of them. So it's something to talk about. So
Yeah, the yelping thing is they're the one in the pen is trying to get everybody else to come to them because they want to sleep together. Oh, you don't want to walk through the water pan now, huh? Yeah, well, you already done it 2 or 3 times.
Tony is dealing with puppers this morning. So
Yeah, and they just got brought here yesterday, so
they got here yesterday. Uh-oh.
yeah, and it was later in the day, like 3 o'clock or so.
All right. Hmm. What other topics do we have? All right. Well, uh, I really don't have any other topics this morning. I'll be honest with you. I had one news article that we can go over, but other than that, I got nothing else this morning.
Well, the first brought a major ice and snowstorm here.
Okay.
We got they were calling for 3/10 of an inch of ice, which is a pretty significant amount. We probably got a half an inch or better, and then 3 or 4 inches of snow. So I've got tree limbs down all around, big ones.
Mm.
So big so that the city has to veer around them with snowplow.
Hmm.
And I'm like, you want them out of the road, you come cut them up because I ain't fucking doing it until the shit melts.
Yeah. I mean, where I'm at right now, it's a nice 43 degrees Fahrenheit outside.
I think it's about 23 or 24 here.
Today they said it's supposed to get to 50, it's supposed to get to a high of 57. So in South Carolina. Remember, I'm in the Charleston area, folks. So that's what the Charleston area says. But yeah, where you're at, what is it, like 20 degrees or something like that?
I believe it was 24 this morning, if I remember right.
You know what it is currently?
It ain't much more than that, I'm sure.
So if you're out there watching, guys, if you'd like to comment on the whole the stimulus thing, or if you'd like to comment on just the bizarre weather we've been having lately, go ahead and comment on
Or as soon as I get to YouTube, feel free to comment on the whining dog.
it. Yeah,
I don't care.
yep. You can comment on the whining dog too.
They're starting to quiet down now once they get all piled up.
Yep. So I want to go back to sleep and don't want to, just deal with that for the rest of the morning.
Surprisingly enough, they slept all damn night long last night.
Well, that's good. They got tired.
Everybody that I researched online said you'd have to feed them every 3 hours. Not if they eat 4 dogs worth of food at a time.
Yeah.
No, I went to bed. We put him in the crate at probably 9 o'clock, and when I got up at 4, they were still sleeping. And I got up at once in the night. Hang on, I got to shut the damn volume off on YouTube.
Right.
There we go. Hey, David's out there.
Yeah. Dave's out there saying hi. He's probably going to catch the replay. So.
No, but I was surprised because I figured me and the old lady was going to have to take shifts of waking up to feed these damn things, but nah.
Yeah, it's been a long while since I had a dog.
I'm going to have to work out better feeding arrangements because these guys are messy as all hell when you try to feed them out of one bowl.
Well, dogs are always messy when it comes to eating out of a bowl, period.
Not a hound. Frickin' hounds will suck it up off the ground if they spill any.
Most dogs will.
These aren't hounds, though, technically. They're curs.
I mean,
I don't know what. I don't have any idea what the fucking difference is.
My Labradors would do that, and my Huskies would do that too. When I had dogs, I had Labrador Retrievers, and before that, I had Huskies. Siberian Huskies.
I pretty much have always stuck to hounds. I love a hound. And these things are about as close to being a hound as you can get without it being a hound. They're actually a scent hunting dog. And they have all the attributes of a hound that I can see except for the long ass ears. They're prominently used as hog hunters, but they're also a herding dog that they can teach to herd cattle, which what they do with that is pretty interesting.
Sounds like
three or four of them out to herd cattle, and they'll make a dog fence around the cattle, and then they move it as a group. I don't know how much training has to go on for that, but it's impressive as hell to watch.
I had to go look up a video of that.
And, you know, they've got them that they call, fuck, I can't remember. Whatever it is, it's the one they send in to kill the hog when they're hog hunting.
Right.
And I'm like, that ain't how I would do it. I would shoot the damn hog.
Definitely.
I mean, you know, wild boars got fairly good sized tusks, but they put some sort of vest on the dog so the tusks can't hurt them, I guess. Like, I really don't want to teach my dog to kill shit.
No, you really don't want to teach that.
Down south they do.
Not all the time. Just in certain instances, like if they're hunting dogs or something.
Well, I was referring to hunting dogs in the first place.
Right.
Specifically Catahoulas, but most coon dogs would kill if they could catch it. But normally they don't ever see the coon unless you shoot it out of the tree.
Right. Now I'm going to broach this topic for a minute or so, and then we're going to move on from it. But we got 2 more days until the Electoral College goes and certifies.
Well, I've accepted that Biden's going to fucking get it. So, what do? Pray to God that we keep the Senate.
Yep. Apparently, that election is still going on. So, though I think there's going to be another runoff election for the House of Representatives that died due to COVID the other day. You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
So they'll probably do a runoff election for him too. What else? Oh, I mentioned this on Hit or Miss last week, but or I guess this week. I don't know. I mentioned it a little while ago, but did you hear Cheaper Than Dirt got in trouble with the Texas Attorney General?
Price gouging?
Price gouging. Yeah.
Don't surprise me. There's slimy cocksuckers at Cheaper Than Dirt.
Yeah. But, and we had a lengthy discussion on Hit or Miss about that, and it's just that those that were on the panel were saying that it's going to be hard for them to pin that on them, and my whole thing is, well, whether or not it's defined in the law, if the Attorney General says they're price gouging, they're probably price gouging.
Well, probably the most important thing is negative press. That's going to do more to them than any fine they get.
Exactly. So
I saw what them bastards are doing in like 2014 or so. I wouldn't shop with them for nothing.
Yeah, neither would I. So
I can understand prices going up a little bit simply because they're handling so much. But some of the ridiculous stuff you see at Cheaper Than Dirt and other places who are just preying on people's
livelihoods.
Well, no, they're preying on their fear of not being able to get ammo.
Unfortunately, that fear is real right now.
Not for me.
Not for you, but for some. I mean, I need more 30-06. Oh, and I can't find it.
Well, it's not as easy to reload as handgun, but it's not hard either.
I also really don't want to have to go and order more from the CMP. But it's looking like that's probably the only place I'm going to find 30-06 for an M1.
Of course, as much of a proponent as I am for reloading, I suppose you can't get reloading supplies either.
No, I went and looked, and yeah, you might be able to find powder, but it's at a premium. But good luck finding primers. You may be able to find bullets, but primers are basically no-go right now because of the sheer amount of volume.
Well, now, honestly, at the very beginning of this one, I could see what was coming. I did hoard up on primers, but that's just because a store that I used to shop to get some of my reloading supplies changed hands, different owner, different name, and they were just dumping all their reloading stuff because they wasn't going to keep it. And I bought all the primers they had that I used. which was like 3,000. You know, there wasn't a lot, but maybe 4,000.
That's still a considerable amount.
No, I had a lot more than that here. But, you know, mostly I use large pistol primers and small pistol primers, slightly less. You know, most of what I load for is 44 Magnum.
Right.
You know, I've loaded thousands of 9 millimeters, so I've got it. I don't have to load anymore. And the only thing I'm using small pistol primers on, I think now, is 38 Special. But 44 Magnum, 45 Colt, both take large. So, and I'm not loading a shitload of 45 because I wouldn't really use that unless I come to a point where I absolutely had no choice.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I am thinking about buying a lever gun in 45 Colt just in case.
Yeah. I was thinking about buying one in 44 Magnum just so I could shoot 44 Magnum and 44 Special out of it.
I love the 44 Magnum lever gun. That thing is great. It, to me, it's almost the perfect brush deer gun. You know, it's got a solid 100-yard range. It's really at under 100 yards. It's a perfect hammer.
Right. I
And
want one of those rifles, and then I'm thinking I want a lever action in 45-70. Because why not?
well, because here there's not much use for the 45-70. It's God, what the hell's the word I'm thinking of?
Outdated.
Novelty. You know, I can say that I got it, and you know, I don't ever intend to get rid of it. I like the gun. It's just uh, I get shot at 2 Quigley matches a year here, so I have the shot using it twice a year for what I bought it for, and I haven't done that yet. Hey, morning, Scott.
What's going on, Scott?
I don't believe I own a gun that I would be willing to get rid of, except for that Super Black Hawk Hunter. I don't know. I don't have a reason to keep it, but I don't intend to get rid of it either. No, but I could and not be out anything because I have the two Smith and Wessons.
Okay. Okay. So, playing devil's advocate here, real quick. If you did let it go, would you sell it to a friend or would you sell it to another? To your local FFL?
Uh, I would not sell it. Period. If I did anything, I would trade it in on something else.
Okay.
I've done that selling guns once and got rid of everything I had, and I will not sell another gun. Just I ain't gonna do it. Mainly, these guns are all earmarked to go to the grandchildren.
Right.
Hey, Dad.
Defense dad's out there. He says Jesus too early on a Monday. Yeah, I'm falling asleep as we're having the conversation here right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
The
But
difference.
yeah, right.
Another damn day. What you need is you need puppies.
I don't need any puppies whatsoever. Defense dad needs puppies.
That's what I'm saying. He thinks it's too early on Monday. Clean up puppy crap from 4 of them.
Yeah. Clean up after 4 puppies, and then you'll say it's not too early.
You know, on the selling thing, I'm not, saying that people shouldn't sell a gun. I don't have any problem with that. That's just that I ain't going to. Now, if the prices keep going on these revolvers like they have been, I might be convinced because they're already all worth more than I paid for them, and I bought them new. Well, some of them. You know, the
Keyword
super
there, some of them.
the Super Blackhawk. Well, the one I didn't was at 629. I bought it used. The rest of them were new.
Right.
I think the thing on that Super Blackhawk Hunter is I have four other 44 Magnum revolvers. And that son of a bitch is heavy. And I tried a scope on it, and it was really heavy. And I can shoot those Smith and Wessons very well as I can shoot the Ruger. But that don't mean I plan to get rid of it because I don't. I'm just saying it's one that there's not really a solid reason for having it here. I bought it because I didn't have any others at the time, and I wanted to use it deer hunting, which I did.
Scott just sold his PTR 91 yesterday on Gunbroker for $1,300.
That's what I said. I don't have people, or I don't have problems with people selling guns. That's fine and dandy with me. I ain't going to.
I mean, I'm tempted to sell my C308, but I don't think I'd get as much as I paid into it for it.
If somebody come up to me with a Winchester 94-22 and said, "I'll trade you for that," then it'd be like, that's gone. Because I want a 94-22. And me and Mama talked about saving the dough from the stimulus to go to Wanamaker. But these puppies came up and I had to spend several $100 getting prepped for them. So I don't know. And you don't know that they're going to have Wanamaker this spring.
No, we don't. We still don't know because of the coronavirus.
And the thing is now with these puppies, I got freaking responsibilities. I have to stay with them or I have to take them with me. If you're going to be gone for a couple of days. Because I really got nobody here in town anymore that all my kids have moved away that could take care of them. Although I guess I could shelter them at a vet or board them.
If you were going to get a 94-22, how much would you be willing to pay for one?
Probably $1,500 would be as high as I'm willing to go if it's immaculate.
Because I'm seeing some for like $1,200 that are in decent shape. And I'm not saying that to toot their own horn or anything.
They're out there, but I would never order one online, not ever. I have to see it because I have to be sure the barrel's good.
Even if it's new in box?
If it's new in box, it's not a real 94-22. It's a Japanese-made one.
Really? Even though it's...
I think they stopped making them things 20 years ago here. And back when I first bought one, I bought it for $300, and I could have bought them fuckers all day long for $300. And I'm like, God, why the hell didn't I have any idea this shit was coming?
I don't know.
I mean, hell, when I first started getting back into guns as an adult, I could have bought Garands for $100.
Don't even get me started on that. I paid $6 for mine. So, we got some more comments out there. Defense Dad says, just woke up last day of kiddo's Christmas vacation. He says, I've sold 2 guns to get new ones. Regretted one, but not the other. Scott says, I should have set the buy it now button price at $1,500 instead of $13.
Morning, pomade.
Okay. Yesterday, Pomade's out there saying more and all. And Defense Dad says, and no, I don't need any puppies. I already have a damned cat I'm tempted to serve over fried rice with soy sauce.
I don't blame you. Cats ain't near as good as puppies.
Some cats, no. I mean, I used to have a pretty awesome cat. I miss him.
The only good cat ever is hanging out both sides of Coon Dog's mouth.
My cat was all right. I liked my cat.
I have a cat here that thinks he's a dog.
I had that too. That's why I liked my cat, because he thought he was a dog, and it's the funniest thing. You go to the table to sit, eat a nice steak, and the cat would sit there right next to you at the table, giving you that same eyes a dog would, for table scraps.
I'll tell you what. Beyond that one, because my cat does that too. I can say, do you want to go outside? And that fucker will go wait at the door for me to let it out.
Yeah, just like my dogs used to.
No shit. This fucker thinks it's a dog.
Yeah, no. And there are some cats that are like that. And then there's some cats that are just like, the ones that are evil and don't let, they don't let Defense Dad get any rest. So.
There's numerous other things this thing does like a dog too, but it was raised with dogs, no other cats.
Yeah, I miss my cat because he was like that. My cat also had the tendency to argue with you if you started talking to him.
Yeah, this one will do that.
Yeah, he would argue with you up and down.
No, I shouldn't say argue. This one actually will answer you.
Right.
You talk, and it answers in a way that sounds like it knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Right?
Damnedest thing.
Yeah, my cat was like that. Yeah, it's like I would argue with him and I'd argue with him, tell him to go do something, and when he finally went and did it, he would do it under protest. It was hilarious. Started
paperwork on a new can.
Oh, yesterday, Pullman's.
What?
I believe he's talking about a suppressor.
I know that. I was just making a pun.
Well, obviously it's a can of Campbell's soup.
Yeah, well, that day's probably coming if we ain't careful.
Sooner than later, probably.
You have to have a $200 tax stamp for this can of salt soup.
Salt soup. And no, you cannot have the SpaghettiOs. Those require, a 4473 and a destructive device license. And if you're going to say, well, what, why does it require the destructive? You have no idea what it'll do to your intestines.
Well, you think about it, this salty shit like that's probably killing more people than guns ever did.
Right.
Ah, shit. I gotta clean up the little spot here, change the puppy pad. Okay. Now when they finally wake up again, hopefully it's like 4:30, I can just let them out to go potty and take them in the house of the old lady.
Nice. Yeah, from what I'm looking, like if I did sell my C308, it's still going for like they're only going for like $800. So it's really not worth it to get another one to try and sell mine right now. So I paid $5 for it, just because $300. Honestly, it's not worth that much. It's not worth the hassle.
I wouldn't sell any of mine because there's a distinct possibility I wouldn't be able to replace it. So far as I know, with the exception of the 9422, I've got every gun I wanted. And I actually have a Browning BL-22, which is probably a better gun than the 9422. But I still want the Winchester. Yeah, it's all nice and quiet here.
It's quiet now.
They're actually a lot better than I thought they would be, to be honest with you. A lot less work than I expected. That'll change when you start, trying to housebreak them and have to take them outside. But hopefully by then, 2 of them will be gone. I'm only dealing with 2.
Right. Again, for anyone that's wondering what we're talking about, Tony got some puppies the other day. For those watching right now or watching the replay, there's pictures of them again.
And they is Catahoulas.
Catahoulas. Look at those guys. Aren't those guys cute?
I don't see them.
Well, you don't have to. They're right there on your lap. There they are.
Actually, I put them in this little carrier and cover it up. And they sleep for probably 6 hours.
So they're causing problems with Tony.
Oh, they're not causing any problems yet. They're just causing a little extra work around here.
Yeah. All right.
A little extra cleanup because there's slobs at the dog food bowl.
That'll happen.
Yeah, it gets a little crowded when all 4 of them try to climb in the damn dish. But today's the first day we tried to feed them all at once. Because they're so young, they still get a bottle with puppy formula. You're only doing that one at a time. And we would feed them 1 or 2 at a time the soft dog food. I just dumped a freaking thing of dry dog food in the bowl, sat down here, and they jumped right in.
Awesome.
Well, if you see my floor now, I realized that when I said jumped right in, I meant they slung that shit all over.
Yes, I realized that. All right, so I think it's about time we talk about the one news topic I have to talk about this morning.
Okay.
Actual news topic. Apparently, Pelosi has backed down and is and that's allowing Lauren Boebert, one of the representatives, to carry a gun in the Capitol. And if you don't know who Boebert is, She won the congressional race in Colorado in November, and she is pro-gun, like super pro-gun. So much so that I think she even owns a gun store. So,
Is she married?
Unfortunately, she is married. I asked that question myself earlier when I heard about her.
I was asking for you because I'm already married.
Right, you're happily married, and she seems to be in the night strike range, but unfortunately, she is married. She's got kids, so.
Man, what doesn't? I don't know, man. It doesn't surprise me that a member of Congress could do something that no citizen can do. But then also to have Pelosi back down and allow it.
Yeah. So
I'm curious as to why.
Okay, well, let's go over this thing because most the Democratic side as of late have been basically run by they've been taken over by the progressives, the socialists, the anarchists even of the Democratic Party. So anything that would be the norm for America, they're totally against. So firearms, part of the Second Amendment, they're totally against it. And that's that trend. But members of Congress enjoy a lot of perks. Among them is the right to carry a firearm, even while they're in the halls of Congress. But a group of Democrats set out to change that once a firebrand gun rights champion have publicly announced her intention to take advantage of that perk. Lauren Boebert, who won her congressional race in Colorado in November, she later made national headlines when she announced that she planned to take her Glock to work on a daily basis. That didn't sit well with the House's den mother, Pelosi, and a handful of radical Democrats. Why do Democrats want to change this generation's old policy allowing members to carry? Ultimately, the current regulations create needless risk for members of Congress, their staff, and members of the Capitol Police, and visitors to Capitol ground, they wrote in a letter. In an effort to push back, 83 House members have signed a letter contesting Pelosi's plans to end the concealed carry perk for congressional critters. More than 80. This is an excerpt from one of the newspapers. More than 80 members of House of Representatives are taking a stand against a Democratic plan to end lawmakers' eligibility to carry firearms on the grounds of Capitol Hill under current regulations. The effort is being led by Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado, who says she refuses to give up her ability to carry a firearm while spending time in the crime-ridden District of Columbia. I refuse to give up my Second Amendment rights, Boebert said in a statement, adding, she says, I'm a 5-foot-tall, 100-pound mom with 4 children and will be walking to work and serving in one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. I choose to defend my family and my life with all of the force the Constitution provides. I will not let a bunch of gun-grabbing House Democrats take away my constitutional right to protect myself. The Colorado, good for her. The Colorado representatives' call for the continuation to pack heat has been joined by 82 other members, including Louis Gohmert, Matt Gaetz, and Dan Crenshaw. Boebert acknowledged the support of her fellow pro-gun congressman. She tweeted it to the papers and whatnot. So, we'll screen share some of this. So, incoming. Yes, I'm going to screen share a tweet because, that's just how we roll. Let's see if we can get the images.
Well, it's how some of us roll.
I
Some
know.
of us don't freaking do Twitter.
I know. Some of us aren't, aren't up with all the tweets and the whatnot. I understand.
It ain't about being up with it. It's about giving a shit.
Right.
I do not.
So there, she had a tweet there about this. Basically, it's just the letter that they wrote to in the that she had 82 of them sign on as to under protest. Excuse me. And there it is. So, just figured I'd share that because that was interesting. I'll get back to reading the rest of it. Is there still more? Unfortunately, the majority party in the House makes the rules, so you wouldn't expect sternly worded letters from minority members, no matter how persuasive, to slow the Democrats from enacting this change to strip the right to keep and bear arms from members. But Boebert somehow seems to have prevailed, at least for now. On Saturday, it appeared Boebert scored a victory as new rules unveiled by House Speaker Pelosi did not appear to include a Democrat-proposed ban on firearms in the Capitol. Go figure. And that's the end of that.
Well, I don't know. There might be some underhanded shit going on too, as usual.
Well,
yeah, Dad, I saw that too. She didn't look bad.
No, she did not. No, she did
Almost
not.
that make you want to move to Colorado.
I've seen their gun laws. No, thank you.
I ain't following that, Scott.
Scott79 says, so Crazy Bob is doing videos again and early watch is back. What is this, 2018? He's talking about Biker Bob, 69. The guy who used to be G-Webs' Daily Show psychic.
Biker Bob from Canada?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's doing videos again. So I think that's what Scott's alluding to. So Scott, go ahead and give me a yes or no if that's what you were talking about. Defense Dad says, when she went off on Beto during the campaign, it was awesome. I did not see Boebert go off on Beto O'Rourke. I'll have to look that up.
Well, O'Rourke was perfect fodder for that kind of stuff because he was a fucking idiot. Much like AOC.
Well, with Beto O'Rourke, before he got into politics, you know what he did?
Nope.
He was a musician. Yeah. Back in the 90s, he was a musician.
Well, that doesn't mean that they don't have any political dog in the hunt. I mean, Ted Nugent's making a fucking career out of bashing the Democrats.
Right. But again, it goes back to the whole, do we really want entertainers telling us how to run the country?
If people elect them, you get what you get.
Yeah, that's sad but true.
I think I would almost rather have entertainers telling us than lawyers.
Yeah, I would. I would at some. It's to some extent, but again, uh, not all the entertainers out there are good.
Well, if you pick ones like Ted Nugent and James Hetfield, who are really pro gun and like to kill shit.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, but no, that's such.
Lawyers, it seems like lawyers just want to spend all of their hard fought education trying to fuck people.
Well, that's what they do in court all day.
That's what I mean.
Huh. I mean, it's pretty much part of the course. Let's see.
That
Let's see.
shouldn't be taken as a in stone statement. I realize there's a lot of defense lawyers and shit out there that are trying to help their clients.
Right.
But I'm in agreement with Shakespeare. First things first, kill all lawyers.
It has been a long time since Shakespeare said that.
That doesn't make it any less meaningful.
It's true. Sad but
It's
true.
one of the two quotes of Shakespeare that I remember. And the
Oh.
other one is out damn spot.
Oh boy. All
And
right.
the only reason I remember that one is because I did that play twice in high school.
Well, twice. Wow.
Yep, for some reason, my junior advanced lit class and my senior advanced lit class decided to do same damn play.
Okay.
There you go. Defense Dad's got that one. It's a long time since Shakespeare said anything.
It's true. Unfortunately, we've got breaking news. DC bans guns from downtown ahead of Wednesday protest. As if it wasn't already illegal to have guns in DC already. They're making it super secret illegal now. With the president and many other voices on the right urging Trump supporters to gather in Washington D.C. on Wednesday to protest Congress's acceptance of the Electoral College votes, local officials in our nation's capital are reacting with a clampdown on constitutional rights. The DC City Hall has said, starting tomorrow, all firearms will be prohibited in hashtag DC ahead of hashtag January 6th. As of this morning, a carry ban is in effect. It will extend through this Thursday. It is unclear at the moment just how much the district city officials have decided to place off limits to those exercising their right to carry. But DC reports, Fox 5 in DC reports that similar signs have been posted throughout the downtown area. Here's what the section of the DC code cited on the signs actually says. No person holding a license shall carry a pistol in the following locations or under the following circumstances. A gathering or special event open to the public, provided that no licensee shall be criminally prosecuted unless A, the organizer or the district has provided notice prohibiting the carrying of pistols in advance of the gathering or special event and by posted
signage and gatherings or special event, or B, the licensee has been ordered by law enforcement officer to leave the area of the gathering or special event, and the licensee has not complied with the order.
Great. That means revolvers and other handguns are perfectly legal.
Well, technically, black powder, because black powder aren't really guns, are they? In the ATF's definition. I'm not suggesting anything, obviously. But,
Hey, pistols are semi-auto stuff, man, not revolvers.
As
I
DC,
don't think that they can get by with that constitutionally because of Heller. But
well, they're trying, but I just figured I'd mention this to anybody that is going to go to DC at January 6th to protest.
man up and take your fucking gun.
Yeah. As DC Mayor Muriel Bowser, proclaimed, district law prohibits anyone from carrying a firearm within 1,000 feet of any First Amendment activity. That seems like an awfully big loophole that makes it incredibly easy for local officials to ban the legal carrying of firearms, which is already fairly restricted in the federal district. Keep in mind, in order to legally carry in Washington, D.C., you must possess a valid concealed carry license, since the district doesn't recognize any licenses from other districts or jurisdictions. In addition, federal property, including the National Mall and monuments, are already gun-free zones under district law. I've also seen comments on a pro-Trump message board from folks who are talking about openly carrying instead of trying to carry concealed. That's a non-starter. The district bans all open carrying of firearms, even if you possess a DC-issued carry permit. Do you lose your constitutional right to keep and bear arms just because you're exercising your First Amendment right to peacefully protest? Well, I'm not. This is from bearingarms.net, so or bearingarms.com. So I'm just reading what they said. But
well, evidently in D.C. and Illinois, you do.
And the writer of this article says, while he's not an attorney, that legal rationale seems extremely dubious. I'd love to see the ban on. He said he would love to see the ban on carrying at public gatherings challenged in court. But any case involving the current restrictions isn't going to be resolved before Wednesday. For those planning on traveling to D.C. to protest this week, they advise you leave your firearms behind unless you're willing to serve as a legal guinea pig in a case testing the district's statute. Enforcement of the gun ban may be a challenge for the D.C. police, given that the anticipated crowd size, but that doesn't mean they won't try. So, yeah, all I'm going to say is if you're planning to go, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck, guys.
Well, if there's a million of them there and they're all gunned, they're all carrying a gun, what the fuck are they going to do?
Probably they'll try and arrest them.
Fucking shoot them.
They will try to arrest them. That's what they'll do.
I doubt it.
Oh, that's all I can do at that point.
Run the fuck away is more likely what they'll do.
Yeah, more likely. But I saw that and I had to comment on that before I fell asleep or something.
Well, that's liberals for you.
Sadly.
And the thing of it is Illinois is already that way. You know, we can't take guns into a fucking park. Morning, Jason. Damn what?
All right.
You ain't complaining because I'm suggesting fighting back against somebody trying to strip me of my constitutional rights.
Yep. Jason Stewart's out there.
It was a joke anyway. I honestly do not say that you should shoot the police.
No, don't shoot the popo. That's a bad idea. Yeah. Scott said yes, that's what he was referring to. Biker Bob and Early Watch.
God, I ain't heard nothing from Bob in 3 or 4 years.
Well, he's just been living the camper life up in Canada. You know how it is.
So, with the demise of gun channels, I haven't heard much from anybody.
Well, it's hard to keep in contact.
That all you guys that do evening shows, fuck, I'm too busy every evening to sit and watch or listen to anything.
Yeah.
Or I'm in bed, same thing.
Same thing.
It's a life you live when you get up at 2:00 in the fucking morning.
Right?
Fortunately, I slept in this morning. I got up at 4.
Yeah, I got like 3 hours of sleep this morning, so good for me.
That's your own damn doing.
Yeah, it's my own damn doing. I don't know. And I don't have any coffee right now, so.
I went to bed about 10, got up at 2. Or 4, I mean. So I got about 6 hours, which is more than I normally get. Normally I only get 4 or 5. You'd think with the small amount of sleep I get, I'd have plenty of time for other shit during all those hours I'm awake. I don't know. I don't know. After I stopped working, I don't know how the hell I ever had time to have a friggin' job. Be right back. I got to refill my cup.
All right. So as we were talking about earlier in the chat, Tony, we were talking about how we got the $600 stimulus. So my question for everyone out there that is out there right now, did you guys get your stimulus yet? Have you decided what you're spending it on, or are you going to spend it on bills? You going to save it? If you feel like commenting, go ahead. Me, I'm probably going to spend it. I need to buy some things, probably more ammo, probably more guns, something, once I get mine. But again, if you feel free like sharing if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. You don't have to. It's just trying to create conversation. Yesterday's pomade says he got it, went straight to savings. That's not a bad idea. I don't blame you at all for that. I mean, use it if you got it, and if you don't want to use it, save it. There's nothing wrong with that. Defense Dad says it went to car maintenance. Sorry, Defense Dad. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Next time, maybe it'll go for gun maintenance. Right? Eh?
Well, it's better to have it go for something
useful, right?
Than it is to have to take money out of your normal budget to go for car
right.
maintenance.
Jason says it's going to pay bills. Jason, I hope it's going to pay that bill to get that one gun out of lockup. Okay? Get that gun out of lockup. For anyone wondering, Jason has had he's had an M1 on layaway that he's been working on. Yesterday's pomade said, although I'm buying a new safe since mine got lifted. Ooh. He's buying a new safe. Ooh, boy. Defense Dad said, I'm not sorry. Just need to get the $60,000, 60,000 mile service and preventative maintenance. Yeah. Jason Stewart says, oh no, $99 left, and next week he will have it. So Jason, you know what I'm telling you right now. Jason, once you get that M1 Garand, you need to make a video, or at least you need to make a couple pictures and throw that on Instagram for us. Okay? I mean, I put my pictures on Instagram. I still actually have a video I'm working on. I just wanted to get some more, I don't have the buttstock kit, so I got to get the buttstock kit, the cleaning kit for mine. So I'm working on that. And I also...
They stole a 64 gun safe. That's pretty friggin' ambitious, even if it didn't have any guns.
Well, look what he said. They stole, meth head stole my empty 64 gun safe.
Screwed up there. You should have said it was full.
Well.
Damn meth head stole all my damn guns. I don't have none.
Oh boy. Wow. That's rough. That's rough, yesterday's pomade. I'm glad you still kept all your pew-pews. But no. I got to get the combination tool, the cleaning kit for my Garand, and I'm probably going to see if I can get one of the canvas cover for it too. Because why not? And then I'll probably do video.
You know, $600 would probably buy you one of them 1875.
That's what I was thinking too. Yesterday pomade was glad that it was empty too. Jason says, I will probably go as far as sleeping with his M1. Well, I've already beaten you there. I won't lie. I did sleep with it once. So I have no shame in that because I love that rifle. It's great. Yesterday's homemade says it was a former residence waiting to get moved. My help kept flaking. So his help kept flaking out on him.
Oh, I get you. I thought you meant to just come in your fucking house and took it. God damn, that's ambitious.
I mean, wow. Wow, they stole an empty safe, that's just stealing a safe in general is ambitious, right?
Yeah, well, 64 gun safe probably get you a couple of days worth of crack.
I guess. Considering that a 64 gun safe would cost, I don't know, what, $1,000? More than $1,000, right?
No idea. I don't do the safe thing.
No, about $2,000 or so dollars, right? I have no idea what Wednesday's going to be like. I'm not. We only do the early watch on Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah, some of us are too fucking busy to do it every other day.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be me, though, because I ain't fucking doing shit.
Yeah. Yesterday, Pomade said all my GC patches were on the inner door. They smoked a bunch of meth in the house before they lifted it.
Probably would have had to just be able to lift it.
Yeah, right? I mean, something like that. How do you, oh my God, how do you steal that?
Two guys in a truck.
Oh my God, that's like the
That's like the little little example of you got a truck. It's awful.
I don't have to worry about a gun safe. I got 4 mean watchdogs here.
Well, they will be mean watchdogs when they're grown.
Yep. For some reason, the Catahoula's got a reputation of being a bad dog. Here we go. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. With the truck. Right. Yeah, with the truck. Wow, I can't even fathom that.
Probably got to go potty.
Yeah.
Let him out.
Yeah, 2 of them came out. 2 of them was asleep.
2x2.
Actually, the 2 that were in the pictures are out. There's a pad right there for you to piss on. Well, at least that one did it. He's trying to go potty, idiot. Leave her alone.
The pups are giving him issues.
They're being puppies.
Or being puppies. So.
All right. I think this is a good stopping point right now. Unless you got any other topics you'd like to talk about. Unless anybody out there in the chat has a topic they want us to talk about for, another 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, we've stretched it out for a freaking hour and a half when we didn't have nothing to start with.
Right. So, I mean, if you got anything you want us to talk about, go ahead and just post something out there. You got any questions or comments, suggestions, please feel free. You can send them to earlywatchsc@gmail.com, or you can send it to earlywatchil@gmail.com. Jason Stewart has an. You go ahead.
I was telling these pups it's a big garage that they haven't explored anywhere but around my feet.
That's how puppies are. Jason Stewart has an announcement. He's thinking about doing a show this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. So check out Jason Stewart's. Jason, have you figured out what you're calling your Monday shows? Once you figure out what you're going to call them, let us know, all right? So there's that. Remember, there's always, Okay, he's saying he's calling it the Monday Moan and Groan. I thought that was the early watch.
I was going to say that fits right into the whole program.
Right, yeah, there you go.
You just bring him in here in the morning. He'd have his whole damn day to himself then.
Yeah, I know. He wouldn't have to do an evening show. But again, time constraints and all that.
That shotgun, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So check that out. Remember, Never Enough Ammo's on tonight. Yankees on every night if you like that kind of thing. We'll be back on Tuesday for Hit or Miss. Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. We'll definitely be back on the early watch on Friday. As far as
right, definitely my ass.
well, we did it today, didn't we?
Yeah, well, what about 2 days prior?
Yeah, I wasn't doing well, so we took off for Christmas and New Year's. Okay, I'm sorry, guys, but
Yeah, they both fall on Friday,
so we took a break. We're back, from holiday festivities. Though Tony hasn't done any festivities yet, so
no, we don't do ours until the first, and because we had ice storm, that got postponed until
yeah.
either Friday or Saturday. I don't know yet, depending on the weather.
All right.
I'm getting the damn cookie.
As far as what I'm doing with Night Strike stuff, I may do a Thursday and Friday show this week. I might not. It depends. So keep on the lookout for that. I might mention it on some of the other shows I'm part of. So with that, we'll see you guys later. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for participating. Thank you for commenting out there. Again, questions, comments, suggestions, send it to us. Post them, as a comment on the video. Other than that, we'll see you later, guys. Take it easy. Have a good one.
Have a good day, everybody.
I already turned this damn thing off.
And everybody needs to get a puppy or 4.
4 or 5.